Hello everyone, my name is Meiran Wang, and I'm very happy to be there as an educator for lovely children. Today I want to share with you why play is not just a fun activity, it is in fact a fundamental part of how young children learn, grow, and thrive. In my professional practice, I draw on two key theoretical perspectives to guide my pedagogy of play. One is Jim Piaget's developmental theory, and the other is Lev Vygotski's sociocultural theory. These two frameworks provide complementary insights about the role of play in supporting children's cognitive, social, emotional, and language development. In the sections that follow, I will explain how the series shape the way I plan learning environments, support children's development, respond to challenges, and communicate with families. Okay, so let's start with Jean Piaget, who was a Swiss psychologist known for his work on child development. Piaget said knowledge is actively constructed by the child, not passively received from the environment. He proposed that children learn through active interaction with their environment, and his development theory outlines four stages of cognitive development. He believed that children learn by doing, that they build knowledge by exploring, testing, and figuring things out for themselves. At first, they explore the world through movement and repetition, like stacking blocks or rolling balls. That's what he called functional play. As they grow, their play becomes symbolic, pretend kitchens, superhero games, that kind of thing. Eventually, they start playing games with rules like board games or group sports. Also, as Mooney explains, Piaget said so children as active learners who construct understanding through hands-on experiences. On the other hand, Lev Vygotski's sociocultural theory emphasizes that learning occurs through social interaction. He introduced the concept of the zone of proximal development, which describes the space between what a child can do independently and what they can do with guidance. He also coined the term scaffolding, a teaching approach that provides support just beyond a child's current level. And another American academic, Barbara Rogoff, used to say children develop through participation and guidance in culturally meaningful activities, which basically explains the same logic for us as Vygotsky's theory. Let me show you how I apply this theories in practice. In our classroom, we created a pretend play area called the mini market. Children took on roles as cashiers and customers. Older children help younger ones write shopping lists, count money, and set prices. This activity is a great example of Piaget's symbolic play. Children are imagining and reenacting real-life scenarios. It also reflects the toxic theories as older children naturally scaffold younger peers through social interaction, guiding their learning within the zone of proximal development. As Burke and Myers explain, make-believe play significantly contributes to the development of executive function, including memory, self-regulation, and flexible thinking. This reinforces why we provide extended, open-ended symbolic play opportunities in our setting. Although Piaget's and Vygotsky's theories are widely used in early childhood education, they also present some practical challenges in day-to-day teaching. The first challenge can be the misapplication of Piaget stages. Some educators may apply Piaget's theory too rigidly, assuming that all children must fit into fixed development stages. For example, they might believe that a 3-year-old is only capable of functional play, and therefore may limit opportunities for more advanced symbolic or rule-based plays. This can underestimate children's capabilities and hinder their potential. The second challenge may arise in scaffolding requires time and flexibility. In real-life classrooms, it can be difficult for educators to consistently provide individualized support to every child. Effective scaffolding depends on close observation, timing, and responsiveness, something that can be hard to manage in large groups or busy environments. Well, but please don't worry too much about these challenges. And my strategies to address them include doing dynamic assessments through play observation, applying mixed age group activities, and regularly communicating with families. For how to do the dynamic assessments through play observation, I use ongoing observational documentation to monitor how each child engages in play. rather than only relying on age-based expectations. I track children's emerging interests, abilities, and relationships to create a more personalized picture of development. As for applying the mixed age group activities, I create play opportunities where older and younger children can work together. In doing so, older children naturally act as scaffolds, modeling behaviors and introducing new concepts to younger peers. This peer scaffolding not only supports learning, but also builds a strong sense of community. In addition, I would like to regularly communicate with families about their child's development and play interests. This kind of conversation can help us align expectations, celebrate progress, and support learning across home and school environments. My teaching philosophy is that I believe that every child are capable, curious, and competent learners who actively construct knowledge through play and relationships. I see my role as an educator, not as a director, but as a facilitator, co-player, and co-learner. Both Piaget and Vygotsky inform this philosophy in important ways. Also, a successful play-based learning environment is more than a collection of toys. It is an intentional, responsive space that supports physical, cognitive, social, and emotional development. Drawing on Piaget's theory, the environment must offer developmentally appropriate challenges. This means providing materials that suit a wide range of skill levels and play types. For example, sand and water areas offer sensory exploration, while puzzles and small manipulatives support logical thinking and problem solving. From a toxic perspective, the environmental should also promote social interaction and corporate learning. That's why I design spaces that encourage children to talk, negotiate, plan, and collaborate, whether they are building with blocks, role playing, or exploring nature. And as Gandhi's was saying, the design and use of space in early childhood education is central to the teaching and learning process. The environment is not a backdrop, but an active participant, a third teacher. I strongly agree with that. In summary, I believe play is the most powerful tool we have to support children's learning, development, and well-being. The combined insights of Piaget's developmental theory and Vygotsky's sociocultural theory help me plan responsive, inclusive, and engaging learning experience that meet children where they are and support them to grow further. By recognizing both stages of individual development and the importance of social relationships, I can build learning environments and pedagogies that are developmentally appropriate, culturally sensitive, and emotionally supportive. Thank you so much for listening. I hope this has helped you see the deep value of play, not just as fun, but as a foundation for lifelong learning. I look forward to continuing this learning journey together with you and your child. Thank you.